Yeah. Welcome to a brand new episode of another City Opinion podcast. It's your boy John, my co-host Bree, and we are here. We got some shit to talk about because a lot of shit is hitting the motherfucking fan. And yes, I had to bring out all the curse words because this past week was a crazy week. But we're gonna keep it nice and simple, man. My favorite artist, how we, we talked about him in plenty of episodes, but my guy, that part two to Genius, and that's what he is, a genius has dropped. And that documentary is so dope, but it's like, damn, they was really sleeping on him. He got the deal, and it was still not taking him seriously as a rapper. They was still coming up to him like, let me get this beat, let me get that beat. And it's like, right, I don't know. Kanye working his butt off, but he just at that point wasn't taken seriously as a rapper yet. But I was saying, in that same way, if the first part ended with him signing the deal, so part two starts off, he's officially part of Rockefeller. He was already working with them, but they actually signed him as an artist, even though I think they would have preferred him to stay producer, and that's what they envisioned him as. But he finally got his deal, and then for the most part, things was going well. Then the infamous story that we all heard about, the car accident that took place, and obviously he's spoken about that when you first heard of Kanye West, the car accident. We go through how he looked, his mouth being wired, and at the time he wasn't sure he would be able to rap again. They said he fractured his jaw in 3 different places, and one part of the jaw is like very difficult to fix. So it's like the process, the healing to surgery process would have been very lengthy because the way he fractured his jaw was in a place that fractures don't really happen, and is much harder to fix compared to the other parts of the jaw. But it got to the point, Kanye, he recovered, but he chose to. I don't know. He probably was in pain throughout that whole process. That whole process, he must have been he must have been in pain, but he chose to forego the surgery, and because that probably would have put him on the shelf, and who knows, he would have got his opportunity. And he just stuck because he had to shoot the music video. He had to shoot a music video. And then he got the idea to shoot through the wire. And it was just a dope concept. And what I found funny is before Dame Dash walked in the room, Kanye was telling like the people that came to his video release party, he was just telling them how he hadn't really get support from his label. He put all this money in, and he did it himself. And in the midst of him like outpouring himself, one of the top people from the label walk in the room, say what up to him, and it's like, I don't know, maybe they got word that Kanye is talking his shit. They just want to see what he's going to talk about. But I just found that part funny. But he was playing again. He was playing them records for people. He played Jesus Walks for Scarface. He wasn't. I don't know if he was. That was like the track he was feeling. Then he played. He played Through the Wire for Pharrell. Also, another thing he did was like he would take advantage of people, like not of people. He would take advantage, just like instead of just paying for studio time when he worked with certain artists, he would try to get a little sneaking, like 10 minutes, 15 minutes to work on his shit and other people's studio sessions, which is a smart tactic because paying for the studio at the time you probably is expensive. Right. So he had the the brains to do that. But I love part two, and then it's like when that shit finally hit, and he got his momentum. He was finally, taken more seriously as a rapper because again, for predominantly the first part of the documentary is him trying to get the deal and getting people to believe in him as a rapper. He was already, good producer on the rise, but that's not what he wanted for himself. He wanted to be a rapper. He wanted to be an MC.
Right.
That's the route he wanted, but not everyone saw his vision, and then it was just he just kept grinding away at it, grinding away at it, grinding away at it. And he finally he broke through, and it was like, whew, when he broke through, it opened up the floodgates. Now when the label wasn't supporting him, like he said, I think he said he spent 30 grand for his own promotion. Like I think he said he spent 30 grand for his own. It came out. He was like he came out of his own pocket. But now that it's switched now. Like, oh shit, the song came out. Everybody's loving it. It's like boom. Now we're gonna it's not a terrible tactic, but it's like, shit, if you can make it happen to yourself and you're part of the label, once you make it happen for yourself, you're going to have the resources of the label to back you once you blow up, And that's what it looks like it took place. Like, he had to really grind his way and make everyone see his vision as a rapper because obviously it was just the producer. Let me get this beat. Let me get that beat, But he did it, Also,
and he's Kanye now, right? So I guess.
Yeah, he's the big superstar icon that he is now. But for the most part, he was going through his trial and tribulations, and it was a struggle because at that time, even with the deal, they wasn't really feeling him because obviously in that era, his type of music and the label he signed to wasn't really catering to the type of music that he was going to be making. It was a little more street music, and that's like the core audience they was appealing to, and Kanye's not that type of rapper.
Funny story. So I was brought up in church, and we wasn't allowed to listen to rap. So the way I could get Kanye's CD was I played Jesus Walks for my mother, and she was like, "Oh, that's a Christian rap," and I'm like, "Yep." Little did she know the whole album wasn't Christian, but that I was able to get the whole. I was able to buy the album by telling her, letting her listen to Jesus Walks. So she thought it was a Christian rapper. Little did she know the whole album wasn't PG, but I got the album. Fun story.
But cool guys, you hear anything in the background?
I don't know, because my background is so loud.
Wow, just making sure because someone's playing something, I can hear it, but I as long as you can't hear it, I think we'll be good.
Can you hear my mother moving the table?
No, I can't. Okay. I really can't. All right. I had to do that just a quick thing, but but as Kanye was moving, he was taking his you see like his mother was around, he had his mother meet people. And he was creating friendships. Then he played when he went to Jamie Foxx's crib because Jamie Foxx had a studio. Again, another thing, the label didn't support so they wouldn't pay for I guess the studio time even though he was signed. He went to Jamie Foxx's house and he was able to create slow jams, and it worked out. Basically, Kanye just had to do a lot. He had to do a lot of grinding. He had to do a lot.
It's the same a lot he got to do for Kim. He's still fighting. The difference is he's just fighting for Kim.
Said what?
I said he's still fighting. It's just now he's fighting for Kim.
But he's in a much better position now than he was at that time,
You really think so? If that was the case, then why he ain't got Kim back?
Nah, what I would say is obviously he probably loves her and wants her back, but I'm just talking about his whole journey. Like people take him seriously as a rapper, not just a producer.
Oh, I hear it. That was your brother.
No, that was LeBron, but
Um, I I think with all this shenanigans going on right now, I don't know if people take Kanye serious for his music.
now people do. People like to joke on him. It's just something about how things nowadays is. Like people just social media, the memes and all that. People just joke when they shouldn't be joking. People just joke on everything. So we're gonna get more to about people joking later in the episode. But that's just what people do. Like, people just joke. So position wise, Kanye's a billionaire. At that time, he wasn't. So so I'm pretty sure he's definitely in a better spot.
Right.
There's probably things from that time that he would love to have where he's at now, but he's a billionaire. He's an icon. Like he's a living legend.
But even with him being a living legend, he's still fighting for his marriage.
Yeah.
Right.
He eventually gonna leave it be. He's fighting for it, but he's gonna eventually leave that be. He's just gonna move on eventually. He just hasn't decided to do that. At this point, I don't see them, getting back together or whatnot.
Yeah, because of what he's done and what he said.
Man, that's what we see. That's what we see in public. We don't know the true details of what's going on. That's their stuff. We don't know.
No, it's not what we see in public. Is what he's putting in public. See, there's a difference from what we see and what he says and what he does, Johnny. That's the difference. When you're not saying anything and you're playing it cool, okay, cool. Nobody knows your business. But the minute you start putting shit on social media, writing and all that shit, posting, you letting people know your business. And that's the problem. He's letting people know his business.
He's giving the people insight. Like he's basically saying such and such and this and that. Is like, but I feel like with him saying that, I feel like obviously we see what he's saying, but I don't think he's giving out like the full details of what's going on with them. But
how hasn't he not give us the full details? It was just put in the papers that he wants to make the courts the posters that he made, the courts, he wants the courts to identify them as hearsay. How the fuck you want the post that you posted be considered as hearsay? It's not fucking hearsay. It's you posted it.
I don't know. I said what?
You see that dumb shit? You see what I'm saying? I don't.
Like I said, I don't know how it will apply. Like obviously, social media posts. I feel like it's a thin line when it comes to that.
Why?
Because like, how would I say it? It's like a kind of a show. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like, how do you determine this social media post is as serious as you think it is when it may not be?
I think when you're involving your own kids into the post, it has to be serious. I wouldn't involve Dorian into a post if it wasn't serious.
No, I understand what you're saying, but it's like, I just feel like using social media posts is like, it's a thin line because I feel like there's some posts like blatantly, like there's no, what's the word? It's just like, I can't think of the word right now, but it's like this social media post, there's no way you could excuse it for something else. Like it's just blatant, but you just be, him expressing himself. He inventing on social media. It is what it is. But with all that being said, part 2 of Genius was dope. I'm looking forward to the final part of the trilogy. Part 3 should be out, I think, Wednesday. Part 3 should be out Wednesday.
I thought it was Thursday.
I thought it was Thursday too, but I watched part 2 last Wednesday. I could be wrong, but I think it was Wednesday.
But it was Thursday.
Speaking of Ye, he also had his Donda 2 event in Miami. You know, just Donda 2 is, I believe, out for those who have the stem player. Excuse me, for those who do have the stem player, I feel like I think is out. I'm not sure. We're supposed to be out.
Know how I feel about that.
He's supposed to be out 2/2/22. So, well, that was Pros Day, but you know he's been pushing stuff back. But I think for those who have the select people that do have the stem player, I think will be able to access Donda 2. I could be wrong if he didn't push it back, because you know Kanye for Donda 1 definitely pushed a whole bunch of dates before it finally came out. But yeah, you know, he had a few features. He had a few, you know, he got the Soulja Boy verse. You know, obviously, you've seen how him and Soulja Boy was going back and forth. Soulja Boy's verse made it to Donda 2. Got a song with Migo. Who else? Who else was in attendance? There's a few.
Did you buy this stem player?
Me? Did I buy the stem player? No. Do I plan on buying one? Possibly, but probably not. Probably not, but
yeah, like a cult. Yeah, like a cult.
How am I a cult? I didn't buy it.
You part of a cult.
I'm not part of no cult.
You part of a cult.
I didn't buy a stem player.
You are part of a cult.
But
y'all are part of a cult.
But
y'all
I'm not gonna
spend $260 on some nigga so that you can listen to his music. That's cult mentality.
What I will say is though, some of these fan bases do show some cult-like tendencies, and if the artist was to take it there, a lot of these fans,
you being one of them.
Well, no, hell no.
You joined the G Unit cult back in 2000.
I would never. I would never.
Are you part of the Kanye West cult?
But if I visit, I might see your husband wearing that G-Unit headband and G-Unit tank top. I'm like, damn, Dad, you joining?
He part of a cult too. He part of the Kanye cult too.
We're not part of the cult. We are fans and we rock with Kanye. But there are fans with cult-like.
That's not fans. Those people who buy the $260.
Yeah, that's what they be saying.
That player is not a fan. Y'all are cults. Y'all going, if this man let me tell you something. Be honest. If this nigga wore a shirt that was see-through with titties underneath it, 95% of y'all will go buy it.
Not me. Swear to God. No, I would never, but I do agree with you.
You will go buy it.
I do agree with you. Someone would buy it though. But me, hell no. Hell no.
How many pair of Yeezys you got?
I only have 2.
That's a lot more than you should have.
No, hell no. I think Yeezys is fire. 1, I think Yeezys is fire. 2, let's talk about how many freaking pairs of Jordans everybody in the world has. What's the difference? What is the difference? Huh?
People don't follow Jordan. They just like his sneakers.
Oh my Lord! Now Yeezys is fire. I rock with Yeezys, but either way, though, huh?
It's just a cult. That's why y'all watch it faithfully. Yeah,
some of these artists have cult followings.
Y'all watch his stupid ass Donda shit.
I didn't watch the event. I just know it took place.
And you watched the event.
I didn't watch the event. I didn't watch it.
Because you be in that cult mentality.
Because you ain't catching me in no cult, man. No cult for John. But we will segue from my guy Kanye. We're going to travel back in time to our childhood. So, one of our shows from our childhood has finally called it quits. It's over. It's over. Good old Arthur.
Johnny.
For those who don't know.
Did you know it was still playing? No.
I'm pretty sure. I didn't know it was still playing, but Pokemon's still playing. So I wouldn't put it past that it didn't play.
Pokemon don't still play.
Yes, it does.
What channel we play on?
I'm probably gonna take a guess and say Cartoon Network. Pokemon's still going. Promise you,
Pokemon. Cartoon Network.
I promise you, Pokemon is still going.
Watch Cartoon Network all day, every day. You fibbing?
No, I'm not. Pokemon's still on. They're like, give me a second. Pokemon current season. Yeah, Pokemon's still going.
What channel, sucker?
Season 25. Season 25 of Pokemon will be released internationally on Netflix in 2022. But other than that, it just had ran into some COVID delays. The season 25 of Pokemon will be out on Netflix in this year. Season 25.
Anybody got time to be watching no damn Pokemon?
I just know my brother still watches Pokemon, so.
I mean, he's a kid.
No, I'm saying, but he still watches it.
He don't watch Arthur.
Of course not. But Arthur came on the channel that not nobody really watches. Who watches PBS?
I love PBS.
Yeah, PBS.
We was talking about that the other day, me and Devin.
PBS.
Remember Zoom? You remember Zoom? Come on and Zoom, come on and Zoom, come on and Zoom.
I remember that. Don't. PBS held weight when we was younger, but I feel like after like a 5-7 year gap.
Johnny. The fuck? You don't know what Zoom is?
Nope. Who? Shit, wasn't Barney on PBS as well?
Johnny, Zoom was on PBS too. It was with the kids.
Zoom. I'm gonna Google it.
What the hell? How did you not know what Zoom is? Come on and Zoom, 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 Zoom. That's how. You didn't have a childhood.
What did I have a childhood?
You didn't have a childhood.
I don't remember this shit, but I've seen it before. Looking at like the images, I've seen it before, but it was not. It wasn't my cup of tea.
How was it your cup of tea?
I just didn't watch it. It just wasn't into it.
They used to make snacks with us, right? So they used to teach us how to make different snacks. They taught us how to solve riddles. They taught me how to act. Like, how dare you not have watched Zoom? I used to run home to watch.
You got me looking at old TV shows. One of my favorite shows as a kid was Bananas in Pajamas.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
You look at that. You don't even know what that is. That was my shit.
I was a banana wearing pajamas.
Huh? See, you don't know what that is. And that was from when we was younger.
Why would bananas be wearing pajamas?
I don't know who came up with that concept, but that's the concept they came up with.
I used to watch Cyber Chase.
Mm.
You know what that is?
No. Oh. You said Tribal Chase?
Cyber
Chase?
God, you didn't watch PBS. Hell no.
I said I didn't watch PBS. I only watched Arthur on PBS.
That's scared.
Yeah, definitely didn't watch Cyber Chase. 2002, I was definitely linked off of this, you know.
I love Cyber Chase.
No, I'm not saying it's bad, but you know, I watched Cyber Chase. But you know, in the grand scheme of things, Arthur finally came to an end. There was a time skip. They made them older. They gave them careers. Arthur became a
They
writer.
made them ugly.
They gave Arthur hair. He looked funny as shit. He had like the little hair coming, like he had, how he looks, and he just had hair in the middle, like long hair.
And they made him ugly.
His sister became a cop. It was just funny, but this is one of the things from our childhood that came to an end. Even though we didn't know it was still planned, but it played for 25 years. So that means
Who's your favorite character?
Arthur, obviously.
Try to guess my favorite character.
Francine.
Hell no. I'm not no snobby.
I don't know who. All right. Me.
I hated Francine.
We hear Francine.
I will. I'm gonna tell you who's my favorite. Buster Back. Yeah.
Talking about the teacher.
I wish he was in person so I could throw something at your head. Buster Baxter.
Oh, the bunny. But I said the teacher, the bunny. Freaking bunny.
That's what you know him as? He was Arthur's best friend.
Yeah, I confused Mr. Ratburn and Buster Baxter together. I confused them too.
Buster was a real one.
That made sense though. He was cool.
Right, Buster was a real one.
You know what I'm trying to say? So, but I was just saying, I can't believe I confused him and Mr. Ratburn together. Legit confused them.
Him and what's the other rich one name? What was the rich one name?
Shit, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna just read off. There's Binky Barnes, Muffy Crosswire, Dora Winfred Reed, Brain, Sue Ellen.
Sue Ellen was a punk. Listen.
All
I'm saying to you is that what I'm saying to you, how I feel, right, is this is what I feel. I feel like shows like this should have already had its ending, only because people didn't know about it. Like, does that make sense to you, Johnny? Like,
it's something that touched basically social media after the fact, and it's like, oh shit, wow, it ended. Right. Oh shit, it was so long.
And people be acting like, oh, why is it coming to an end? Have you sat down and watched Arthur? Like, nobody sits down and watch Arthur. I don't even know what time it comes on.
I haven't watched it. I would assume still the morning times. I would assume, but I haven't watched Arthur in like 15 plus years.
I'm just saying to you, like, it's crazy to me that people are going crazy over something they don't even watch anymore. Like, Arthur's Arthur. Like, that was our childhood. I don't even think I've ever seen an episode of Arthur.
I think that's definitely probably played the nostalgia factor of Arthur plays a role. Yeah, I think it's just straight nostalgia factor. Like, damn, we getting old now. Arthur's gone. It's like, damn, holy shit, we are really getting old. I think that's more or less of what it was. But great kid show comes to an end. Another piece of our childhood comes to an end, and we just continue to get older and older by the mother.
I get better.
Fucking year. The age count don't go down; it just goes up, 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 up.
I don't get older; I get better.
The age meter count, the count meter just goes.
Arthur could end. I know. I get better. I don't get older. So it is what it is.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna slide off Arthur. Back to entertainment, music. Obviously, we heard of the situation. Tory Lanez, Meg Sally's situation. But this past like a couple of days ago, it seems to be the like beefs and the talking seem to get reignited due to the court. Obviously that court case got pushed back to April. It was like the trial is going on because Tory Lanez is on trial. Got pushed back to April,
All right.
and in the midst of that, supposedly a document from that court case was shared to these academics. He posted something, and then it just started a whole fury of Meg coming at academics. Academics obviously responding to Meg. Tory chiming in, and then Meg's boyfriend chiming in. It was
But Johnny, where did the document release? It did not release. We listen.
I'm not gonna say release. I'm not gonna say release. Someone leaked
Johnny,
that document.
it didn't. It did not. The courts then came back on. You need to follow the story. The courts then came back on and said, this is a private case. That is not what it was. Nothing was linked. They still trying. That's why it was pushed back to April, because they couldn't, like, the evidence is still being tested. There's nothing written in stone. Here's the thing.
No, but that's what I'm saying. The supposedly document basically says there was Tory Lanez. It says something along the lines that Tory Lanez's DNA was not found on the weapon, and then the response to that was the tests haven't came back yet. And I think the response to that was basically the tests haven't came back yet, but Tory Lanez in his camp was informed that the results of the test will be in their favor. It never clearly stated. So we could say maybe some misinformation was wrong. It probably was a miscommunication. Somebody probably did leak a document and was miscommunicated, and then it was shared, and then the next person shared it. Like that tends to happen. If I miscommunicate something, I share it to you, and I already misunderstood it, but I share it to you, and you take what I shared to you share it to someone else, and then it gets miscommunicated. It started with me. So that's possibly what took place. I'm not going to say I don't know what took place based on what they were saying, but that's possible. Because that's what that was said, To also see, it was said that no tests, none of the tests none of the results came back. It's still pending. So, but that started like a whole storm of stuff. But
here's the thing. I think nobody should be talking about this case until it's resolved, until there's a verdict. And I'm gonna say why. Because all this, like, oh, this and that, we don't think he did it. We think she lying, or he did do it. We think, like, all that back and forth doesn't matter until there's a verdict. Okay? When there's a verdict, then we can say, well, this is what we think, and this is or bullshit, and but until then, academics entering the conversation and stating that he knew that Tory Lanez didn't shoot Megan. When you are a podcaster, okay, because this is what we do, we podcast. Mm-hmm. You cannot choose sides. You have to go with what the evidence.
Remain objective. That's probably the professional way to do it. Remain objective. Right. People clearly have relationships with certain people, and then when they say certain shit, they lean towards because they have that relationship. That's why people have relationship with bloggers, people in the media, because they want that. They don't want the objectiveness. They want them on their side. What you do,
Johnny, is you make yourself look uncredible, and in a sense, to me, him doing that made him look academics. I mean, made him look uncredible to what he was saying, because then again, academics is a type of a podcaster who, if he does have evidence, he's going to post it. because he wants to be right. He wants to show like, oh, I'm right, I'm right. So he's going to post it. Again, he had nothing to post because there was nothing to post, if that makes sense.
No, I understand what you're saying, but but that's what I'm trying to say. That's also, if that's what I'm trying to say, if it's a leaked document, right? I show it to you and for you to talk about it, but I can't allow you to post it because then.
But then you shouldn't talk about it because you don't got shit to back you up, and that's where the fight between him and Megan happened, because he said something, right, by just looking at something, and he can't back it up yet. Again, until there's a verdict, he can't back up shit he's saying because it's a private case. So any legal document that's out there.
Yeah. Keep on. I don't want to interrupt you. Yeah, keep on.
I'm just saying, as a podcaster, you look uncredible when your story doesn't make sense. There's no proof. There's just he say, she say shit. All that shit, it makes you look uncredible. And I hate that he gets into like shit that he, just because he knows somebody doesn't mean you have to enter every conversation. That's some trolling shit.
I understand what you're saying. I definitely understand what you're saying. I think it's just, at the end of the day, when it comes to this, the facts, if you believe it or not, for the most part, will be released once this court case ends, and we'll get all information that is not privy to us now, because, like you said, it's a private case, so there's probably a gag order with this case, so you don't want any details to leak. Even with those, things tend to leak sometimes because people just like leaking shit and whatever or whatnot. But this case, whenever it ends, if you believe what's the final say, he's found guilty, or he pleads guilty, or he's found not guilty. Once this court case ends, all this information will definitely be released because it's over, So
right.
It stirred up some drama this week, and it was drama that's probably, compared to the drama that's taking place in this world, that's probably on the smallest scale, but it was definitely a drama-filled week. But we'll definitely see what takes place with that case. We'll keep a close eye on it. I'm pretty sure it's not going to last that long. It got pushed back to April. When the last day of February, when this episode's out, it'll be March. I'm going to make a prediction. I'll say by the beginning of May, I think that case should be done.
Right.
By the beginning of May or mid-June, I think the case will be officially over, I think.
Okay.
That's just my prediction. I could be wrong. It might get dragged out longer than that. Sometimes shit happens. It might get dragged out longer than that. But I'm gonna say by the beginning of May, the case should be over, and the details of everything will follow as it goes out. But like I was saying, it was a drama-filled week. That was one thing that took place in this world that was just a bit of what was going on, because the overall drama of everything that was going on in the world.
Right.
So obviously we talked Tory Meg, but the big news of drama in this world is what's taking place in Europe and Russia invading the Ukraine, and that's what all the attention is on right now. All these other countries is watching and going. Basically watching and going of what everyone's going on right now. Like, everyone's glued to it. Obviously, like I said previously, I preluded to this. I was like, we're gonna touch back on this. All the World War III jokes, social media memes, videos, everybody, making a joke out of something that possibly deadly serious going on is what's taking place in Europe. The invasion of Ukraine, Russia sent its troops it's been something that was being monitored. Russia had its troops around the country, basically, surround certain borders, but Russia decided to invade, and with them invading, but before I get to the invasion, no, let me get to the invasion. They decided to invade. Putin basically told the world, anybody get involved, y'all gonna see the repercussions y'all never seen in your life and in the history of this world. Basically, laying out a big flex, big threat. But like I was previously saying in the beginning of this pod, is this is one of the other situations where social media hasn't really been doing what's going on with this situation justice, due to the fact that people just love making jokes of situations that are serious. This is innocent people are dying out there. People are dying in a sense, but you see the World War III jokes, see the memes, the videos. You can see all types of videos.
Is that not okay for a time that's scary? I
No,
think
no.
a lot of people I think a lot of people cope with scary things differently. And I think a lot of people at this time are scared,
No,
and
I agree
so
with you.
they make jokes for it. Not
People
that I'm
cope
saying they're making jokes of the people that die, they're making jokes
of what's taking
of
place. So no,
right.
that's why I say I can never say anything is wrong, because everyone, obviously there's probably wrong ways to cope with certain shit. There is definitely wrong ways to cope, but everyone copes with things differently. People cope
No
with
way.
things.
There's no wrong way to cope with the shit that you in your life. I think you cope with shit the way you cope with it, and that's just what it is. But what I will say is,
I understand what you're saying, but I could think of like
I
three
mean,
things I don't think you should do if you're trying to cope with something. But I would say is the way you cope with it is the way you cope with it. I'm not the one to judge you. It's not my life. It's what you're going through. But
I think the problem I have now with this invasion, and I get it, it's the saddest thing. I mean, it's really sad. I think the problem I have now with this invasion is that they are holding Africans,
I see
Indians,
that.
Arabs,
But they did
who else?
say Ukraine said men from the ages of 18 to 60 can't leave the country.
Yeah, but they're not just holding black men; they holding black women and children. Johnny, they're not
No,
letting
no,
these.
I seen the footage. It's definitely bad, and it's like for a country that's going to be asking for support of people, and obviously what is not justifying what's taking place. That's not a good look to be like you holding a specific group of people, preventing them to getting out and getting to safety. As the world was watching what's taking place and happening to you, the world's also watching how you are, treating your people in the midst of this,
Right.
this time. So for the people, I'm pretty sure a lot of people seen that and had a little like, okay, like I feel for the people that's there and for the people that passed, but why y'all treating a specific group of people like this? So that might, how I said, not deter people, but it's like it might throw people off. I would say, and then there's gonna be people that see that, and it's like their natural reaction to like, oh, you see how they doing us out there, man? I don't care what's taking place with them. That's probably the type of
Yeah.
reactions that will come from what we see, but
Right.
because the world's watching, like the whole world's watching what's taking place right now, so everyone has their eyes on what's going on. So,
Right.
but that was just fucked up. They wouldn't let them get on trains. It's like some foul shit. Some foul shit. What's happening
It
to that
is.
country?
It's
Some
just.
foul shit. But that's some foul shit.
It is some foul shit. I just feel like, damn. Even in the time of war, there's racism. Like, y'all niggas are literally in the middle of a fucking war, and racism should just not be a subject.
Yeah, at this point, it's like we are one. So I'm pretty sure if the black man would have said that he would have chose to raise arms and fight with them, on that battlefield and be on the front lines, they would accept that with open arms. Like, yeah, come through. But for those that, just try to get up out of there, it's like, nah, it's like, that ain't going nowhere. So it's like a lot of bad shit that's taking place. People dying, people being mistreated. But I don't know, man. It's something to look out to. But also, like I said, people joke about World War III. I don't see that happening anytime soon. I don't think that'll be taking place. I think that's just a superpower that's flexing its power. I feel like this is a situation that's not going to get dragged out. I don't see this situation getting dragged out, but I think this is a situation everyone should pay attention to, like even if you're not big on what politics or things, just trying to live your life, make your money, support yours. This is something to keep your eye on, pay attention to.
No, I agree with you.
Because eventually, you never know, like shit could hit the fan and then shit could definitely affect us. Even though it may not affect us now, it may affect us in the future and in the long run. But I just look at it as the whole situation. It's unfortunate, but it's just a superpower, person in position.
Right.
It's all strategic stuff. So it's like, it's not like they just did it in the spur of the moment. They planned that out. They're doing it. They're acting on it.
Right.
But I don't know. I don't know how long it'll last, but I don't see the situation lasting long.
Well, that's
but I'm hoping it won't be one of those situations. It'll get ugly before it get better.
Right.
It might be one of those situations that's going to get ugly before it gets better.
Better, probably.
I think so.
Most likely.
Yeah, and especially with politics, man. Like,
right.
Politics is involved. People be doing all types of other stuff.
Right.
But, man, God bless the souls that pass and condolences to the families. But we're going to move on to some lighter stuff. Snowfall is back, Bree. I know you said you ain't watch Snowfall. You don't watch Snowfall, but it dropped the first 2 episodes of season 5, and that's one of my shows. Dev put me on to Snowfall. He let me know about that show, and that's my shit. It's dope. You should watch. You should catch up.
I'm okay.
So you say okay, but nah, it was definitely something that we could.
I just don't like it.
Yeah, it's not for everyone.
I'm not a big. Okay, so definitely says I contradict myself because I watch Euphoria, but I don't watch like Power and Snowfall because it has nothing in it.
I don't think it's a contradiction. I can see the difference. But what I would say is Euphoria definitely is.
Don't talk about Euphoria.
You definitely see a lot of nudity in that show versus the other TV shows.
Do you watch Euphoria?
Yes, I do watch Euphoria.
You don't be watching Euphoria.
I do watch Euphoria.
What happened in this episode of Euphoria?
I'm not going to spoil it for people, but shit got real.
What happened last week?
Last week's episode, it was part 1 of the play. Yeah, the play.
I watch Euphoria because I support Zendaya.
No, Euphoria is a dope show. I'm not gonna lie.
It is a dope show.
Her facial expression.
It's a dope show, but it gives me anxiety.
I can see why. The season finale.
Anxiety. That I'm like so serious. It gives me like anxiety of anxiety. So I watched season 1 and I told Devin like I'm not gonna watch that shit. I have really bad anxiety. Like I was going through it watching that first season.
Well,
then I was like, but now I can't not watch the second season because
no. But and I think then they said season 3 is not gonna be out for like
2024, Johnny. 2024.
Yeah. Which is crazy.
Does that? Yo, HBO need to get their shit together, man.
Because you know it's crazy part thing. Euphoria season 1 came out in 2019 as well.
I can't live without Euphoria.
But Euphoria is dope. But I want to say, Rue Zendaya's character was making the funniest facial expressions throughout that whole play. Her face is dead ass funny. Right, the way she was just
She's
looking.
sober.
She was just making the funniest expression. But the season finale, obviously, I'm gonna remain spoiler free. But I don't know, man. That's the way I said it was some fucked up shit.
Yeah, I mean,
It was definitely avoidable, very avoidable. But it went the way it went. But I enjoyed the season finale. But I did bring up Snowfall. But what current shows are you watching? Obviously, Euphoria. Just
yeah.
time
Prince,
Euphoria.
Belair.
Oh yeah, I watched Belair too. Belair is dope.
It's a really good show. I was really skeptical. Let me tell you why. And I'm still kind of skeptical because people are trying to compare the old Fresh Prince of Bel-Air to this, and you can't compare it. It's not the same. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is a comedy. This is a drama. So that's why we see Carton on drugs, and spoiler alert, we see Carton on drugs and all this talk about, you know, the Black movement and stuff like that, and the LBGT community with Ashley. Again, it's more drama filled, okay? So you can't
with
compare
like some comedic relief, but that's not the core source.
Right. It's not comedy. Again, I love that they put Jazz in a different light. We get to see how Jazz and Will met, because we never know how Jazz and Will met. I like the secret relationship Jazz and like Hillary have. I think it's gonna build on that. I didn't like how they portrayed Trey in this one.
Oh.
He was jealous and just really angry.
Oh, definitely that last episode. That's terrible. But the thing is, I know you don't like how he was portrayed, but there are people that's like that in this world, you know. Right. So it's very relatable, and people can relate, and it was something that's real. So when people get into a position and they're doing good, they have the one friend that's like, nah, fuck that, man. Come do this and do that. And it's like, they're not really acknowledging the good and the greatness that you're leading to. So I understand people may not like that portrayal, but it was really dope.
But Johnny, Trey, it wasn't wrong in that way either. Unfortunately, Will did tell him to come with him. And Trey was like, nah, I don't want to go. That ain't our type of crowd. Like, you have nothing to prove to those niggas. Like, to me, I just feel like Trey was his voice of reason, and Trey is upset because now he can't even roll in the hood like he used to, and Will left him and went on, and it was really Will's fault. Will needed to show off.
I definitely understand, because at the end of the day, spoiler alert, 5 episodes been out for the past 2 weeks. The 5 episodes came out, so if you didn't see, the first 3 episodes came out 2 weeks ago, and it's been weekly ever since. So yeah, so 5 episodes been out. But that first episode, well, actually, I don't think it happened in the first episode, but Trey got shot. So So obviously he does blame Will, and it is Will's fault, because he did tell him that you don't have to go to the court and play him, and Will don't go to the court. That doesn't take place, and stuff will probably be different. So in that light, I understand he isn't wrong. It's like, bro, you caused a situation now. Now I gotta go back. Even though it's home, I gotta go back and live there.
Right.
But in that same light, it is his fault, but you gotta understand, it created something better for Will, and you just have to be able to acknowledge that.
Is that fair to say that as I get it, Trey had a choice to not go and to go, but Will being his, you know, his brother, he decided to go and have his back. my whole thing is Will got to run away from this situation. And at the same time, Trey did not. And so it's a lot of times you yes, you get a chance at life, and I get that. You should take it. But don't be angry with the person who had your back and was there. You know what I'm saying?
No, true.
I get it, but I didn't like the light Trey was in. But it is a good show, guys. It's amazing. I love
I just love the spin on it, and I think it was the perfect way because if it just went the straight comedy route, people would just be comparing it to the original, and
right. People are still comparing to the original, but it's
yeah, but you shouldn't. It's not the original. The original is always gonna be what it is, right?
right.
You know, you can't compare.
Have you catch up on 90 Day? Have you
Now I
been
haven't
watching?
caught up. I definitely gotta catch up. I'm behind. I'll
Oh
catch
my
up.
Jesus, you missing so much.
I promise you, I'll catch up. 'Cause I said when it ends, we'll definitely deep dive and talk about the whole season, recap the season. I promise.
Woo.
Catch up.
Jesus.
I'm behind.
Oof.
I'm definitely behind. I'll catch up though.
Do that, Johnny. Do that.
What else? What am I currently watching? I started watching Belair. Anything else? I'm trying to think of something like new. Like obviously, this current shows that got new seasons is out. Oh, I know a show. I think I spoke about it before, but that show is just freaking joke. It's called Resident Alien on Sci-Fi. It's on season 2. That show is hilarious. And also, a show that just ended that was on HBO Max, Peacemaker, is another show that's hilarious. I think Dev's currently watching it, but that show is hilarious. That shit is a joke. But Resident Alien, that shit is no, that shit is dumb funny. It's in season 2. It's on Sci-Fi. Funny ass show. But I watch a lot of TV shows, but I'm trying to stick to like something that's a little more like new in the new sense. Because obviously, it's the like I said, the Chicago PEDs of the world, the hospital TV show. It's a whole bunch of shows. But I want to talk more about like new current ones.
Yeah.
Because obviously, there's the Law and Orders. Oh, the original Law and Order came back. I didn't watch it yet. The first episode of the original, they brought back the original, the show that started it all. The original.
You gonna watch it?
Of course, I love the original Law and Order. It's just SVU became the more popular one, but I love the original Law and Order. I love OG Law and Order. I loved SVU. Shit, I love Criminal Intent. At first, I didn't like Criminal Intent, but I love Criminal Intent. Organized Crime is cool, but yeah, I think there's other Law and Order shows, but I can't think of them off the top. Any other show you watching or piques your interest?
That's it for right now.
Mm-hmm. All right, so since we're filming this on the last day of Black History Month, we are going to give you our 4 favorite actors and actresses from 4 to 1. Bree, I'm pretty sure you came up with a list.
Of course. So, at number 4, right? This wasn't a hard one, but I mean, I just feel like this person deserves to be on my list. And this is not in any order. This is just my list.
Oh,
Jamie
so you're not
Foxx.
gonna do 4 to 1. You're just gonna name 4 people who's not
Right.
All right, so you're gonna name 4.
Can't really, like,
Perfect.
put them in
I
order.
don't gotta break down the list. I got 4. I didn't want to. I was thinking about doing an order, but I got my 4 right now.
Right. I love Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx is that person that could play any part, and he makes you believe that he's that person. You know, that person that is made for him. Like when he did Ray Charles, I really thought he was blind. Like, I'm sorry, I did.
Right? He killed Ray Charles.
Right. Like he kills. Like when he did Law Abiding Citizen, I really believed he was a lawyer. Like, I don't know about you, Johnny, but I really believe
Foxx
this.
is a dope actor.
Like, he could play different roles. He could be the bad guy, and then he could be the good guy. Like, he makes you love him in either role. Like, I don't know if you ever seen Baby Driver.
Yes, I see Baby Driver. Baby Driver's cool. I like Baby Driver.
He was a bad character, but he made me love him. I loved him. I really did love him. Like, I love that he played that role. Again, I think Jamie Foxx is dope. He don't get the credit and the flowers that's due to him, because not only is he a dope actor, but he's a dope R&B singer, and I think he's a dope comedian. So I think he just don't get the recognition that he deserves, but he's one of my favorite actors. I love, if I see a Jamie Foxx movie coming out, I'm definitely going to see it. My third actress or actor is Beyonce. Of course, listen, how Rasta is crazy. Okay, she did Dreamgirls, which was one of my favorite movies. She did Carmen, the opera singer. Okay, don't hate on Carmen. You know you loved Carmen.
I remember Carmen.
Okay, then she did Fighting Temptation. She did Obsessed.
I remember
Fighting Temptation. Cadillac Records. Excuse me.
I said Fighting Temptations was funny with Cuba Gooding.
Right. She did Cadillac Records, and she was in Austin Powers. Okay, don't play that girl.
Remember that?
Yeah, she killing it, and she's the voice in Lion King. Like, she's killing the game out here. You don't even know y'all be sleeping on Beyonce. Keep sleeping on her. She going.
I'm not sleeping, but I think we're twisting. This is your all-time list or your favorite list?
This is my all-time list, Johnny.
Ooh, okay. All right. Who's next?
This is an actress, and because I'm a Black woman, my next three are Black actresses.
Oh, you already named two? Yeah, you already named two. You said Jamie Foxx and Beyonce. That's two.
Right. My other two is women.
Oh, no. Oh, technically, from after Jamie Foxx, your next three was, you said three, but you said Beyonce already. Yeah, so my bad.
So Angela Bassett,
that's a good one.
She was Tina Turner. She was Black Panther's mother. Like, her roster is crazy.
And she's currently on the show on Fox, 911.
Yes, she is just a force. Like, any part that she plays, she was Trey's mother. Like, y'all not messing with Angela Bassett.
She's dope. She's definitely dope.
And she looks like she's like in her 30s. Like, y'all not messing with her. Like, that melanin is popping, okay? Mm-hmm. And my first and last, Viola Davis, okay?
No, it's crazy. Viola's definitely making my list. She's on my list.
Yo.
I'm not gonna lie, when she did How to Get Away with Murder, I really believe. Like, she did it so good, I really believe I could call her up in real life and have her defend me in the court of law.
Yo, Viola Davis she's that, like, I promise you, she is one of those women that listen. When she did The Help, I was like, yo, this is the dopest shit I've ever seen. Like, she made you feel some type of way. Like, she is dope. She has done so many movies in this short time of her career. Like, she was in Law Abiding Citizen as well. She's the bad guy in Suicide Squad. She's the bad lady. I'm telling you, she is so dope. If we go back, she was even in Get Rich or Die Trying. She was the grandmother. Like, she's dope as hell.
But
like,
she is. She's definitely she made my list. She made my list because the way I did it, I was gonna do two guys. I was gonna do two guys, two women.
No, power to my Black sisters out there doing great things. Lupita, there's a bunch of y'all, man. It's Regina Hall. Yo, that's another one. I'm sorry, I could go on in days. Our Black sisters, they definitely need their flowers.
You definitely you didn't name one that's about to be on my list.
Who's that?
Halle Berry.
Oh.
She said, "Oh no, don't do that." Her resume is crazy too. Or I'm guessing you're not a fan of her being an actress.
I don't think she does a variety of different music. I mean, different movies. I think she does the same type of movies. I mean, we lost Isaiah. She's always losing her kids, though. I'm just saying, I don't know. That's like a motherly instinct, and she's always losing her fucking kids. Like, I personally, as a mother, wouldn't want to keep playing movies where I'm losing my damn kids. Like, she's always losing a kid.
Yeah,
like,
she didn't lose the kids in Boomerang.
That was early in her career, and she wasn't like the main actress. But okay, I mean, I get what you're saying.
I just named a different role. You trying to say like she played the same? I just named a different role.
Most of her movies, 95% of her movies are losing kids. Okay.
But so I'm just.
Go ahead, but say yours. I'm sorry, because you had something to say. You had something to say about Beyonce. I'm just saying you had a lot to say.
I didn't say a lot.
Yes, you did. You did that face like you put your head down and just like don't be dissing Beyonce like that. She's an actress too.
You're talking about all-time actors and actresses. Hey, you feel that way? You feel that way?
What did you just say? She is not a multi-million actress.
She's not. She is not recognized for her acting ability. She had some good roles. She had did some good roles. I'm also saying there's some women you could have named before her. You could have named, what about Kerry Washington? You could have named her before Beyonce.
Why would I name Kerry Washington before Beyonce? For that, I could name Lala Anthony. Because you want to get...
That's not the same. That is really not the same thing.
That's the same thing.
That's not the same thing. It's not the same thing.
It's the same. Go ahead, say your list. Go ahead.
For my list, obviously, it's not in order. I just did a 4.
Right. No order.
Off top, no order. Viola, Halle, Eddie Murphy, Denzel. Yep. Who you think hard about of the 4 names I said?
I'm thinking hard on 2. You said Eddie Murphy,
what?
Denzel, and Halle Berry.
And Viola Davis.
Halle Berry, I just told you how I feel about that shit.
Yeah, you just spoke about that, yeah.
I ain't gonna say it.
What you not gonna say?
You're not gonna cancel me. I ain't gonna be part of cancel culture.
What you gonna get canceled about?
Cause you said Eddie Murphy.
Okay, and my man plays 10 roles a movie. Sorry. You just Nah, Eddie Murphy really got the movie.
Eddie Murphy suck. All his shit is the same.
No, it's not. No, it's not. I'm sorry. Nah, he really has mad shit.
The only movie I really love from Eddie Murphy that I could watch that shit over and over and laugh at the same fucking parts is The Golden Child.
I like Golden Child. So you ain't like Nutty Professor?
I only watched.
Oh my god! When they sitting at the table talking that shit, that shit is mad. I'm sorry, Eddie Murphy is talented. He really plays all the roles. The original Coming to America. Whoa! And I just named Boomerang.
I didn't like Boomerang.
Beverly Hills Cops.
Didn't watch that.
No, I'm sorry. I'm rolling with my guy Eddie Murphy.
Okay. I mean, I'm not telling you to change your list because see, unlike you, I appreciate fine art. And Beyonce is the fine arts, okay?
Eddie Murphy plays more than one role in every movie. Shit, nah. Norbit didn't make you laugh?
Norbit wasn't funny.
Oh, hell no. Norbit was definitely funny.
Norbit wasn't good.
It was funny. And it had to be a good movie. It was funny. That was his job. It made me laugh.
What part made you laugh?
The whole shit.
Insulting to big women.
Huh? It wasn't insulting to big women. It was not. It was not insulting to big women. How you trying to get me canceled? How you trying to get me canceled?
It was insulting to big women. I'm just speaking.
Rasputia was obviously she played the role she played, but I'm talking about the character Norbit he was funny.
But Norbit wasn't without Rasputia, it wouldn't have been what it was. and it was insulting to big black women. I'm just saying the attitude, the way she talked, it was insulting.
What else? What else?
Ain't nothing else was good.
Eddie Murphy got movies for days.
He don't got movies for days.
Yes, he does.
Okay.
Nah.
Yeah,
He
you
definitely
drawing
got
blanks.
movies. You said what?
Yeah, you drawing blanks.
No, I'm not. I named a whole bunch of movies.
You only named 4. You only named 4.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. You named Golden. I mean, I named Golden Child. You named Coming to America. You named Nutty Professor. That was it. That's all you named.
No, I didn't. I
And
named
Norbit.
Norbit, Nutty Professor, Coming to America. I mentioned Boomerang.
That's 4. There
I
you go.
mentioned Boomerang. Nutty Professor 2 was fun. Yo, nah.
No, you didn't. You see, the problem here is you didn't name that. Now you want to name that. You named
though.
4.
I named the franchise. I named the franchise. But
That could sound. That could.
oh nah, come out. That scene when it was Dave Chappelle versus Buddy Love was one of the funniest scenes ever. When he rose.
And then you named Holly Berry. You suck.
Nah.
You bad. You bad because I named good people. I named very rich.
Shit, Dr. Doolittle made me laugh. The original, the first one. The first one was funny.
I never watched Dr. Doolittle. It was boring. It was so long.
Oh, I said Beverly Hills Cop. I knew I said more than 4. I said Beverly Hills Cop. And that's a franchise in itself, too.
Beyonce was in Pink Panther as well.
You said what?
Beyonce was in Pink Panther.
She did have Pink Panther. Oh, I said she did. Oh, I Spy with Owen Wilson was funny. I like that movie, too, where Eddie Murphy played the boxer. Owen Wilson was the spy. Never seen I Spy?
No.
It's definitely dope.
Well,
What happened?
I don't like your list. Your list is booty.
I think Dev will appreciate my list.
Nobody would like your list.
I'm pretty sure people will like my list. I think I have a solid variety list.
Boo. The only good person you had on there was Denzel and Viola Davis.
Oh, that's so disrespectful. And you have who are you listening? I have.
You say the name that I had on my list that you disagree with. You say it right now. You say it right now. So cancel culture can get your ass. Say it. Say it.
I ain't saying nothing wrong. She's a phenomenal artist. And shout out to her. She's
And
had some
an
good
actress.
role. But she is not in the top. At the top. We're talking about actresses. That's just the facts.
She
It's not
is
hate.
top. She is in the top.
She still has some amazing roles, but it's not hate. There's a couple, like I said, there's a couple black women I would name before her when it comes to movies. Oh, you even named your favorite actress.
Tahaji P?
Yes.
Oh
yeah.
That's my girl. But
all right.
she doesn't
Then.
beat Beyonce.
So she doesn't come before her?
Mm-mm.
Oh my God, no way.
I mean, you see how you say she's my favorite actress, and the minute you said you forgot your favorite actress, I knew who you was talking about because if you know me, you know I love Tahaji P. Oh, that was a rhyme. You saw that? You heard that?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's why I was gonna bring her up too.
She just hasn't done enough yet. She just hasn't done enough yet. I don't count Cody. I mean, wait, was it Cody? No, what was it?
Cookie Lion from Empire. That's what you're saying.
Baby boy.
Baby boy, Yvette.
What was Tyrese's name? Jody.
Jody.
I just don't think that, you know.
I thought you were trying to name her. That's what threw me off. I didn't know you were trying to name Tyrese's character.
Because she be saying Jody. Jody. But again,
bitch
that's my list. I ain't changing it. You don't have to change your list, even though it's booty.
I like my list, and like I said, there's a few names you left out that you could have named instead of a certain person, but that's just formal.
I named them. I said Regina Hall deserves her flowers. Lupita deserves her flowers. What's the other one? Damn, what's the one that she was in Help too? What's her name?
Said what? Help too?
She was in Help. The Help.
Mm.
What's her name? Damn. Now I have to say it because it's gonna make me go crazy. Oh, Octavia Spencer. She was also in Hidden Figures. She also was Get Home Save Ma. She was also in Witches. Do you remember the new version of Witches?
I didn't see the new version, but I know what movie you're talking about. I didn't see the new version now.
Oh. She was in Coach Carter. She was in a bunch of stuff. I love her too. If anybody was gonna get taken out for Beyonce, it would be her.
Who?
Cause she, huh?
You said Olivia Spencer?
Yeah. It's Octavia Spencer. But
Wait,
those
are
are
you
my
confusing Regina Hall and Regina King, or are you saying Regina Hall?
Regina Hall and Regina King. I said both of them.
Yeah, but I felt like you was confusing. I thought you was confusing them.
No, I know who Regina Hall is.
Well,
She's cool.
sure. You know, sometimes
Cool.
people may have mix-ups.
She cool. But Regina King is that chick.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I was just making sure, you know.
Okay. Don't be trying to quiz me on my
Well,
black
no, I'm not
queens.
trying to quiz
Don't
you.
be trying to quiz me on my black queens. Okay.
I'm not trying to quiz you. I'm just trying to make sure.
Don't go there.
Oh,
John.
you didn't even name your favorite entanglement star.
I'm gonna slap you.
She's definitely should be up there too. She got some good movie roles.
Who?
Jada Pinkett.
Jada Pinkett has 2 movie roles.
Name the 2.
She has Shaft. Not Shaft. Low Down Shorty.
Oh yeah, you definitely got to name Low Down Dirty Shane. That's one of my favorite movies ever.
Oh shit! What other movie she had? She didn't have no other movie.
You said she had no other movie. That's crazy. Yo.
What other movie? Stupid.
Yo.
What other movie? Johnny, she only had 2 movies. Not even. She had 1 movie.
That's what I said. I want you to name the second movie she was in.
No, you name it. You don't saying, yo. I don't know what other movie she was in. What other movie she was in, Johnny?
She was in a couple of movies.
Johnny, she ain't in no fucking movies, man. You're gonna piss me off. Her son is in more movies than her.
That's a lie. That's
the truth.
That is a lie. He didn't even hit a quarter of the movies she's been in.
Oh, The Matrix. Oh, girl.
She's in that too, yeah.
Girl.
Huh?
Menace to Society. Oh, okay.
You can keep going. You can read her list.
Nutty Professor. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, she was his love interest.
Oh, she was in Jason Lyric.
That's another one.
She was in Ali, I guess. She was in Bad Moms.
She was in. You couldn't even name Set It Off.
I did. I just said Set It Off.
I didn't hear you say Set It Off. I really didn't hear you say.
She was in Woo.
Just put some respect on Jada Pinkett Smith's name.
Oh, she was in Kingdom Come. That was my favorite movie. With LL Cool J. That was my favorite movie, though. I ain't gonna lie to you, that was my favorite movie. Okay, she had a few movies.
She had some movies.
Nothing special.
Oh my God, she said nothing special. That's a lie. What I'm saying is that's another name that goes ahead of the name that you put on the list. But we're not gonna sit here and debate that. We're just gonna put that's a wrap on this brand new episode of another Shady Opinion podcast. It's your boy John, my co-host Bree, and we are